Hi guys, today I will teach you the difference between resistors in parallel and in series. Resistors in parallel are two resistors that have the terminals at the same nodes. So look at here, we have R1 over here is in this node, and R2 in this node, okay, the same node. This terminal is in the same node, and then the other terminal is in the same node too. So these two resistors are in parallel. Resistors in parallel, we say that R1 is in parallel with R2, and this is equal to R1 multiplied by R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay? This is when two resistors are in parallel. Two resistors in series are resistors that have one node in common, like in here. R2 and R3 and R4 have the same node in common. This node is one node of the terminal. One terminal of R3 is not in the same node as the R4, because R4 is on ground and R3 is not. When the two resistors are in series, we say that R3 plus R4. Okay? So let's do the equivalent circuit of this circuit over here. We know that these two resistors are in parallel, so R1 is in parallel with R2, that is this formula over here. And so let's give a value. I will give 1k to everyone to be easier. So let's say that these are in parallel, so let's say that these are equivalent 1, these two resistors in parallel. It's equal to R1 in parallel R2, that it's equal to R1 multiplied by R2 divided by R1 plus R2, that it's equal to 1 multiplied by 1 divided by 1 plus 1, it's equal to 1/2. It equals kilo ohms. Now let's say that these two resistors are in series and that it's R equivalent to, that is R3 plus R4, that is equal to 1 plus 1 is 2 kilo ohms. So we will have this circuit over here. R equivalent 1. Let's say that this is ground. Okay. It's not explicit, but I will say that this over here is ground. This will be like this. Because over here is ground, is one terminal of this R equivalent to, and the other terminal it's on the same node as this R equivalent 1. So we can say that this parallel, it's in parallel with this series, okay? So we can make the circuit like this, and now we can say that R equivalent 1 is in parallel with R equivalent 2, that is equal to R equivalent 1 multiplied by R equivalent 2 divided by R equivalent 1 plus R equivalent 2, that it's equal to 0.5 multiplied by R2, 0.5 plus 2, that is equal to 1, 2.5. This is equal to 0.5 kilo ohms. And I can say that this is R equivalent. So the circuit will be like this. Okay? So now we have a simpler circuit that we can analyze, and it's much easier to analyze than this one over here. So that's it, guys. Make more exercise so you can understand this, like always, and I see you on the next video.